All right, another beautiful day here in Florida. This is going to be a video comparing the Pocket 3 to everything else I'm using, pretty much. The A7S III, maybe a little bit of cell phone action. I just wanted to see what all this hype was about. What is the hype about this camera? What's up, guys? If you're new here, my name is Paul and I run a channel that inspires other creators that your future is whatever you make it. I do that through gear reviews, tutorials, and today we're going over, well, this Pocket 3 hype. What is it all about? Right now I'm shooting on it, so I'm holding the Pocket 3 in one hand, and this is my A7S III on the tripod in the other, and I just wanted to compare the footage. You know, this is kind of what you're gonna get right out of the shebang bang box, and I wanted to see kind of like, what does it look like? How does it compare to a big DSLR camera? How does it compare to a cell phone? You know, there's just so many things about this camera, and really it's all about until you try it yourself. I can tell you and show you what it looks like, but I think everybody should try something before they actually say they're gonna buy it, or at least buy it and see if it's for them, because sometimes it's not. And then the great thing is we all have Amazon, so we can quickly take things back or whatever. But I got a friend that owns a film lab here in Ormond Beach, and he let me so kindly borrow this Pocket 3 to test, and it's DJI mic, so thank you so much, Michael. And let's get right into this. How does this look? You know, this is my camera. This is the Pocket 3. I mean, could you get away with just using the Pocket 3? I don't know. I probably could. Maybe I'll take this home and I won't give it back to Michael. Maybe I just will drive away and he'll never see me again, and I'll have a brand new Pocket 3. But then I'll like not have all that client work and editing that he pays me for. So this is a cool little camera. I wanted to test it out. Let's take a walk though and vlog some. And what is really cool about this thing is that you can do face tracking. So I can go like this, I can go like this, and this thing is following me. Just nifty. Nifty. It's not really easy to find something that does this. You can get it on cell phone gimbals and all like that stuff. Cell phones. Let's see what it looks like compared to my cell phone video, because yeah, I gotta hit record and then I gotta turn around. Yeah, cell phones are amazing for stabilization these days, and they actually look fairly decent. They do look a little over sharpened. And if you want to plug up an external hard drive to it, sure, you can probably get ProRes and get some decent looking stuff, but who really wants to go through all that hassle? That's one of the positive things about this DJI Pocket 3. It's got the microphone, SD card, all this stuff built right into it, even a little gimbal, stabilization. I do want to say right now I am currently shooting on the Freewell filters, magnetic ND filters for this Osmo Pocket 3, and I was shooting on it their filters as well, the V2 with my camera. They just make great filters, and you know, this video is not sponsored by them, but that's what Michael bought for his, and I'm using his setup, and I gotta say, these freewheel filters are awesome. He did choose wisely. They snap right on magnetically. If they can fit in the case and everything, it's perfect. They work great. But how does this look compared to the cell phone? Really, there's, you know, ND control here, no ND control over here on the cell phone. Is it really super sharp? Is it super over bright? I don't know. I mean, the cool thing too is I got tracking on this. I can move my camera around on the Osmo and it tracks my face, where the iPhone, I mean, he tracks, but not really track. I don't know. It's just, there's just so many benefits to having this little Osmo. It's so cool. It's really, I guess the hype is real-ish, you know. It's fun, but is it needed? I guess is really the bottom line of the question. So how does the quality look? If you like the video quality coming out of the iPhone, you know, or they look similar, then I guess you already have one of these in your pocket, start using it. And if you get a lot of use out of it and you want to upgrade, maybe get the Osmo, or maybe you get a mirrorless camera. Who knows? But yeah, it's a great little setup here. I really like this Osmo. But once again, what is this Osmo for? I think this is for the working professionals. I think this is a camera that you can grab on the go and just throw in your thing and have a microphone that links, no question. You know, you get the creator combo, hands down. This microphone system is so cool. And then, you know, you can hand it over to employees. That's what my friend does at the film lab. He hands this stuff over to his employees, and they record a lot of content for him because it's so easy, and it doesn't even take that much brain power. Like I said, I've never used this thing before until today. I've only seen video content online, so maybe I have a little bit of a heads up, but still, it's crazy what this thing can do. I'm just excited to see it for myself and experience it for myself. And I'm not making a video on it because, you know, I like making videos. Ooh, squirrel. I ate pancakes for breakfast this morning. I haven't had pancakes in so long. I'm gonna get fat again. Uh-oh, watch out. Oh no. Wow, I actually gotta say that Pocket 3 looked pretty good. And, you know, I kind of knew this a little bit because my friend does use it and I edit all his footage. He is shooting a lot indoors, so where there's no light, it struggles a little bit. So when you're outside, I mean, that thing looks incredible. Some of the footage of the B-roll versus the A7S III, I could barely tell which one is which. I only knew that because I was editing it. Some of the things that really stick out to me about the Pocket 3 is how that smooth autofocus transition is. Specifically, if you look at the flower shot, man, I was getting really close to those flowers. It transitioned smoothly, just like my A7S III would transition, and you get some background separation with this camera. It's kind of incredible. So, I mean, it's a really good B camera, in my opinion. Like, if I didn't already have an A7C as like a backup camera, or I needed another camera, like if I wanted just to use an A7C and the Pocket 3, or the A7S III and the Pocket 3 would make a great like vlog or just B cam where you don't want to spend a whole ton of money on a whole nother camera. And then you have the ability to take more stable shots when you need it, get those gimbal-like B-roll shots, get a lot of that tracking. The tracking is incredible. It only lost me like a few times when I was moving way too fast and jumping out of the frame. But, I mean, it loses you and then gains you right back when you come back into the frame. So it's kind of incredible. I can now see what the hype is, you know, and that's why I wanted to use it for myself and see it. I mean, I would totally buy one if I didn't already have like an A7C as a backup camera. So what I think this camera is good for is people who just want a nice small portable camera that looks better than your cell phone. I mean, I think you can get a very similar shot out of your cell phone with a little bit more work and color grading. But I think straight out of the box, straight out of the camera, it's really easy to get a decent looking shot that mimics that of like a bigger camera. I mean, there's nothing that's gonna be able to replace these mirrorless cameras, but it is probably the closest I've seen at a pocket size camera like this. So I think it's perfect for somebody who just wants something they want good quality, they don't want to work too hard at it, and the ability to have the microphone right there wirelessly attached to it with that DJI Mic 2 is pretty awesome. If you have a full frame camera already and you don't want to go out and spend a ton of money and getting a whole nother camera with a lens combo to go with that, and you just want something that's portable. So, and I've seen a lot of YouTubers do this. They sell all their full frame cameras, getting one full frame camera and then carrying around this Pocket 3. how long will that last? I think some of them are going to end up getting a B camera too eventually in the future, because that's what all YouTubers do, right? They constantly are changing out stuff. So, but like I said, great starter, great B camera, and then maybe one day when you decide you want to upgrade your camera, just keep your camera and get another camera in the same company, and then you have a backup, and then you can either get rid of the Pocket 3 or use it just for specialty B-roll shots or tracking. I think that's where it really shines. So if you need a second camera and you don't want to spend a ton of money, you can get the Pocket 3. Or if you're just starting out, you're so fresh to shooting and you just want something that's easy, that's small, portable, you can throw in your pocket. Honestly, I think it works great for a dad cam as well. So, or you just want something that's going to be your dedicated shorts camera. Like, that's a perfect way to do it. And my buddy at the film lab uses it mainly for that. They just shoot a ton of shorts. So with that being said, let's get over to my buddy's film lab and go ask him how he's like using this camera. All right. Oh, there you are. Thanks, bud, for letting me borrow these for the day.
Totally, man.
Really helpful, man. A few questions, since we might as well just sit down and talk like real human beings here.
Definitely.
So, tell me about this system. What is it that drew you to this DJI system? Because I see that you know how to shoot cameras, you know how to shoot video, but what is it that actually drew you to this?
Probably just its small, compact size. You know, we needed something to shoot vlogs, maybe simple camera reviews here at the lab, and we didn't want to have like a full camera setup. So looking at this, has a bigger sensor than like your iPhone, you know, so just compact use, and the staff can use it really easy. It has a gimbal. It just seemed like the perfect camera for pick up and go. And I actually took it on vacation recently and it was perfect.
Yeah, you did take it on vacation recently. We might have some clips of that on here.
Yeah, we'll have some of that.
But yeah, what did you think of it as going to New Zealand, man? Did you get some great shots on this thing?
Yeah, so my family, my mom, my kids, my wife, we all went to New Zealand for 2 weeks, and we were shooting film the entire time, but we wanted to document the process, so we brought the Pocket and with some microphones and shot a bunch of footage. I think it was just nice to have. You basically just stick that in your back pocket, pull it out whenever you want, shoot. 4K is really nice, especially if you're shooting outdoors. Use some ND filters, and I've looked at some of the footage so far and it looks really good, and I'm glad I had that rather than maybe our Sony camera. Clunking that around makes it really easy for travel.
It does make it really easy for travel.
Yep.
I wonder if my wife will let me buy one. You think so?
I'll put in good word for you.
Oh man, oh man. All right, well, hey, if you guys want to check out the series, I'm going to be editing that like crazy pretty soon. So go subscribe to Reform Film Lab channel, especially if you want to use some film, man.
Yep, definitely.
Use the keyword develop. I'm telling you, get your 15% off and shoot for real film like me, like a pro, right? All the time. Anyways, thanks so much for letting me borrow this, Mike's.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Peace, bro.